Hey, what is going on? Really thankful for you for checking out this tool. It did take me a minute to build, so hopefully it provides a ton of value to you. Let's just jump straight in and explore how it works and essentially how to click around in it. So first things off, if you're using your phone, it's not designed for the phone. Get on your desktop, laptop, and use that. Down at the bottom right, you're gonna see a little open box, so that's to make it full screen in case it's too small on your screen, and then that will fill up the entire screen. Now once we're in it, really everything you need is on this first page, this cash sales, and I'm primarily interested in three columns. I'm interested in my home price, in the distress score, and the days on market. So those are the three kind of filters, and then I'm going to rank it by percent of cash sales. So essentially, I'm going to use these three to filter, and the percent of cash sales to sort. So let's dive into an example and show you exactly how to do this. For this example, I am going to choose my old stomping grounds of Omaha, Nebraska. So I'm going to choose my state of Nebraska, and if you're saying market to the entire state, you could stop there, but I'm going to dive in and go into this Omaha Council Bluffs area. And again, if you wanted to specify, hey, I don't want to go into these other counties, I only want to do this county, you could further filter all the way down to zip, but I'm going to say I want this entire metro. So now I've got all the metros, and now what I want to do is sort by percent of cash sales. What percent of cash sales represents is it is looking at the past 6 months, all these items actually the last 6 months. So cash sales, single family homes sold, the number of homes sold in the last 6 months divided by the total number of homes. So this percent of cash sales would be 4 divided by 351 would give me that 1.14. One of the things that I'm going to be doing to kind of filter this down a little bit more is looking at my home prices. So I know from past experience that like the majority of wholesale deals, small fix and flips, really the quick in and out projects that I was going after are really in the $50,000 to $200,000 range. Above that, kind of larger project, yeah, there's more potential money, but I'm going to be sticking pretty much into that range. So I'm going to lower this down to 200,000, and while there are some zips with fairly low, I'm also going to filter those out. I really only care about the 50,000 and up. So now we've got it a little bit more filtered down. You can also see that there's some smaller zip codes here with only a few hundred homes. I really don't care about those very much either. And the a couple other things I want to look at now are the distress scores and the days on market. Now, the distress score is very relative to your market. So the distress score represents how much crime, how much poverty, how much vacancies, how much uneducated, all these different factors come into it. 0 meaning it's like the nicest neighborhood in the country, 100 meaning it's you don't want to go there at all. So where do you draw the line? Well, for me personally, I draw the line at a 95. If it's a 95 and above, I really want to stay out of there. But again, it's your neighborhood. Hopefully you understand a little bit better. And if you know, hey, it's really not that bad, go for it. But personally, I like to filter that to 95. So if I wanted to, obviously there are no 95s here. I don't think. Yeah, there are none. But if there were, you just go over here to the demographics tab and you could start filtering on that. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to filter that to anything lower than a 95. And also, this is kind of like the different size of the area, and I don't want to go too rural, so I'm going to stick to small town. By holding down control, I can select multiple, so I'm going to go small town, suburban, and urban. So I'm holding down control, which allows me to select multiple there. Anything else I want to do? Distress level, I'm fine with any of these. Um, Let me see if I want to add any other filters. As you can see on this demographic tab, there are some additional items that you can see. So if you really do care about, you don't want to go in areas of, say, high poverty or vacancy rates, you could observe that here and stay out of those. MLS data, again, this is just to add more filters. There's really nothing we need to look at here. The main factor I really care about is the days on market. So I'm going to head back to the cash sales, and here I see that it further filtered because I got rid of those smaller towns, and I'm really just sticking to the city, and so that's why this is such a filtered list at this moment. So here we go. If I filter by percent of cash sales, we're seeing that 68111 would be my top one, followed up by 68110, 6108. So if I was to dive into this market, this is what I would go. I would first target 68111. And in fact, when I flipped, did a lot of my wholesales, I wholesaled a ton of properties in 68111. Now, something to keep in mind is this is not where you would necessarily want to buy your rentals. So if you are trying to build up a rental portfolio, you should be using a completely different analysis. But this is where you are most likely to spend money on marketing and get the most amount of bang for your buck with your marketing. So 28 days on market, that's super low. Really like seeing these low numbers. So that means that if you buy it and you decide to, say, wholetail it, meaning close on it, put up on the market, it's going to sell pretty much right away. So that is it. If you have any questions, absolutely feel free to reach out, but hopefully this gave you enough information. You can stop the video here. That's the end. However, I'm going to go through another example just for the fun of it, just to see what else we get. So I'm going to choose another market. I'm going to go to, I'll go to St. Louis. Let's do St. Louis. So I'm going to choose Missouri, and I'm going to choose the St. Louis Metro. There we go. And I think actually St. Louis goes into, I'm embarrassed, I don't know this. What's the state? Illinois? Is it Illinois? Yeah, it is Illinois. All right, so I'm going to choose both of those since the St. Louis Metro goes both. And then again, I might raise my price here a little bit. Might go up to like 250,000 in St. Louis since I know it's a little bit more expensive there. Over here in demographics, I'm gonna keep the roll off, keep it 0 to 95. That all looks good, and that sounds good with me. So diving in here, sorting by percent of cash sales. Let's see. So we got this market, but it doesn't really count because the total single family homes, there's 230, so it's like basically empty. I'm looking at this 63138, distress score of 90, not too bad. These days in markets are starting to creep up, so I would definitely keep an eye on it. Like this one, 63013, that's really creeping up. I would try to figure out why the days on market are so high, if it's an anomaly or if we're really heading into a trend where homes are not selling. Yeah, otherwise this 63138 looks really good. Days on market's fairly low. Distress score isn't too bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not the worst I've seen. That percent of absentee, anything above 1% I like. Percent of cash sales, anything above 1% is amazing. So yeah, there's a ton of activity going on here. And I again would not buy my rentals here, but this looks like an incredible market for a lot of wholesaling. So there you have it. That is the market I would target if I was to choose where to put emphasis on. Say you're using you're buying probate leads or something where you can only buy per zip code, things like this. This is how I would decide where to really spend my marketing dollars. So I think that's all I have to show you. If you've got any questions, please do ask, and love to add more features and really make this tool as valuable as we can for you. All right, thanks and have a good one.